It's all about quilts today. So if you want to see, stay tuned. Hey, it's Viv with Stitches and Seams. Thanks for coming back and spending a little time with me today. Today I want to show you the quilts that I've finished and not finished. So I'm going to take you and show you kind of my quilting journey, I guess, if you want to call it that. I started out just trying to teach myself. And I was really drawn to quilt as you go because you don't have to have a pattern. And you just kind of throw it all together. So I will start off with the first one. I'm also going to be putting in pictures so that you can see a little bit better because there's not really a lot of room to kind of show things at this point. So I'm going to be dipping down here to grab, so just one sec, I'll be right back. Okay, so this is my first ever attempt, and it was Quilt As You Go. And it's literally scraps that I have had since my children were probably 3, some of them a little bit more recent. But yeah, some of these go back quite a ways. So I just used what I had, you know, for a trial. So don't laugh. It was just like a little table topper, dresser topper. My youngest girl uses it on the top of her bookcase, you know, so it doesn't scratch up the surface. But yeah, this is a sheet that used to belong to my parents when I was a child, and my parents have passed on. So I thought my kids would kind of, you know, memory type thing. Check out this ace binding. It is so bad. Here's unfinished. Can you see that? It's pretty epic, and this one's even like fraying. Yeah. So that was my first ever attempt. Let's see. Then I came across Jenny from Missouri Star Quilting Company, and I saw the what's it called, the jelly roll quilts, and I thought, ooh, I can do that because, you know, it's not really a pattern. You just sew them together and do whatever. So I'm gonna try not to shake you. Ooh, okay. So I bought 2 jelly rolls. And I sewed them together and chopped them up and put in some sashing. Yeah, right? And what I didn't know was that when you sew jelly roll strips together, you should alternate your starting point, because otherwise you get a very visible curvature in the strip that you end up making. So this one is decidedly, but this was from a middle girl, and I haven't finished it because I was so upset with myself over its leaning Tower of Pisa-ness that I just didn't even finish it. These jelly rolls I got at Joann. They were already, you know, I don't remember what the name of it was. It's been so long. And then I just picked up a gray just to kind of, you know, tie it in. And then it's been quilted, not very well, but I haven't, and I was thinking I would just, you know, do something like that for the binding. Just wrap it around. But I haven't finished it yet. And yeah, see, you can see the quilt lines. It's very basic quilting. I just straight line quilted. Tried to stitch in the ditch. It's pretty bad. I'll be honest and say that it's pretty bad, but it's, you know, it's a place, a stop along the way, I guess, in the journey. So yeah, I really need to finish it for her, just because I know that she would like it. I'm going to try to throw this over here out of the way. There we go. And then let's see, where'd I go next? Oh, then I decided I needed help. So I talked my girlfriend, Roberta, into going to quilting classes with me. And she did. So we went to this little, oh, I don't have the table, we did a table runner first. And that's packed away. It's not finished yet. I didn't bind it because the colors are just not my thing. So, and I wasn't happy with it, blah, blah, blah. The list goes on. You know how it is. So I haven't finished it, but again, I need to finish it, and then I could put it in our quilt shows thing. I can't remember what it's called. Anyway, this was a kit in a class, and you learned how to do these 2 blocks. So basically you learned how to do half square triangles, flying geese, I think that was it really. But yeah, so did that, and I did the actual quilting. This is the back, you can't really see the quilting. I did the actual quilting myself. I tried to free motion. I had taken some free motion classes on Etsy. And I can say that it's quilted. And again, it's, you know, it's part of the learning process. You know, nobody sits down, and that's what I think stops a lot of people from even trying, is, you know, afraid to fail kind of thing. But the thing is that there's very few people that can just sit down and quilt perfectly right from the get-go. It just, I've never met anybody like that. So then, let's see, where do we go? Oh, and then again, Jenny from Missouri Star Quilt Company. This is the Falling Charms quilt pattern. And this is, oh, I cannot remember for the life of me. Can't remember the line of the line for the fabric. Oh, it's Lucine, something like that. If I can find it, I'll link it. But this was for my oldest girl, and she's massively girly and florally. She calls herself a little old lady because she likes all the old floral patterns and stuff. So, and then yellow is her favorite color, so that's why I use this. And it has butterflies on it. And when she was little, I made her a yellow butterfly nightgown that kind of made the rounds through all 3 girls. So that's kind of like another tour down memory lane. But yeah, that's the Falling Charms quilt. And I did quilt this one myself also. And my free motion improved. Not so much there. But I have a boo-boo on the back where I like made this big fold. I can't see it. So anyway, yeah, but for the most part, it's a quilt, and she loves it, so that's what, you know, matters, I guess. Okay, I'm gonna again try to get this out of the way. Ugh. Sorry about that. So then, my oldest girl, again, is kind of enamored with all things English. She would love to go and stay in London and teach and be over there. She loves it over there. She thinks she would love the opportunity to go, I should say, because she doesn't know if she would love it over there. She's not been. So anyway, I made this for her as a wall hanging. Now, I found a free pattern on Craftsy for the Union Jack, but as I was making, and I made a pillow, and I'll try to put a picture of that in here as mine, because I was just testing it out. But then my husband was looking at it and he was like, I don't think that's quite right. So I'm sorry, that was the one prior to the pillow, and then the pillow. And then this one, my husband actually made the pattern up for me in Photoshop, because the Union Jack is different. It doesn't go, the red is not up on top on both sides. So anyway, this is the Union Jack wall hanging, and I also did the quilting on it, and I found this adorable teapot fabric, and my husband named it, and he named it God Save the Queen. I don't know if you'll be able to see that. So yeah, I made that for her, and then I wanted to have an American flag. I wanted to do an American flag. So again, my husband made me a pattern, because the ones that I found were all really small, and I wanted like a wall hanging. So he made this for me, and I totally goofed on this top red stripe. I don't know, but there we go. So I used a polka dot fabric for the stars, and yes, again, I free motion that. It's getting better at this time, or by this time, but yeah, and the same bandana looking fabric as in the Union Jack flag. So, and then my husband named her Old Glory. Now, I don't know if you know, but my husband and I are both United States Army veterans, and so this really meant something to us, and we both really like it. Yeah. So there's that. I've done other little things, excuse me, that I have either given away or thrown away. And yeah, I don't know. I enjoy the process of quilting. I think it's very therapeutic. And free motion for me is really, really enjoyable. I put my music on and tune everybody else out, and I just go for it. Do a little bit at a time and see how I go, you know. But if you watch my 2018 Make 9, you'll see that I have the Prairie Flower quilt planned, and then I also have Rogue One. I was trying to remember what it's called. Rogue One fabric, Star Wars, because we're nerds here. For my husband. My husband works as a pilot in a kind of like a life flight type air ambulance, I guess I should say, but that's not the company name. And so when he works at night, he actually spends the night there. So, you know, unless they're on a call, he's trying to have some sleep. So he doesn't have a blanket, you know, his own little blankie. He's got an old army blanket that he uses. So I got the fabric and stuff like that to make that quilt top for him, so that he has it to take to work. So those are the next two quilts that I have planned. And I do have a baby quilt kit in my stash for like emergency purposes. But it's supposed to be unisex, but it's very, to me, it's very girl colors. It's mint and gray, I think. So, yeah, I guess I think I need to get like either get an actual gender neutral one or go find like a boy one, so I have one of each. But anyway, yeah, that's it for my quilting adventure thus far. As I do more, I will try to share more with you all in regard to my quilting. And let's see. Oh, what I'm wearing. I'm wearing my latest, I'm sure that's a lovely view. Unflattering view is what I was going to say. My latest Ogden cami and my Blackwood cardigan and burgundy pants. So yeah, next week, let's see what next week is. Next week, I might be doing a Let's Chat with you guys. We'll see. That one's still kind of, I I don't know if I'll be able to do it yet. So we'll see. It's a little bit more of a serious topic, and for me it's still a little raw. So I don't know if I'll be able to film that one just yet, but I think it's an important topic, and I think it's one that we have all at some point done, and I think that the more we let people know that it's okay and blah blah blah, that the more helpful that it will be. So anyway, enough about that. We'll see. I'll have to see how I feel next week about it, but at this moment it's just a little too tender for me. But yeah, that's it for the quilting journey. Like I said, I will update you. And hello to all the new subscribers. We're up to 520 something. So thanks for coming in and saying hi and subscribing. If you like this video, please thumbs up, comment, say hey, say something. So we'll talk to you guys all next week. So take care. Bye.